and to love with all my soul. Make me
I look like like a midget.
You are. I wore the wrong shirt. That's why I'm like, we're sticking with it. Holland's like, should I?
That's hilarious. No. Oh yeah.
Is that less midgety?
It makes me look.
You look more human.
More human.
So much. Just the top
Thanks,
half. She has no legs. She has no legs.
The legs are gone.
No legs at all. No black socks either. Anyway, what are we discussing? We are discussing something that we.
Well, you were talking about the benefits of marrying young, and I was saying that I think it like after my years of life, my whole 30 years, that it's actually, I think, probably better to marry when you're like a little bit older. I think you can marry when you're young if you really want to, but I think, like you were saying before, when people gone through life a little bit and you've learned more about yourself and you've had life experiences and you don't do things the way you used to because how do I put it in a way that's not like bloody yeah, this mob did that and I was mad, upset, and so I'll do it like this now because I stuffed that, you know.
That's probably the best way to explain it right now.
Right.
Bloody, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. The things that used to matter a lot when you were a kid don't really matter that much when you're an adult. Like
when I was a child, I thought as a child, and
as an adult, you hopefully. Just because you're older doesn't mean that you've learned from your experiences.
You want to hear one example of someone who I don't think grew up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ponytail, working at the desk at the gym right there, right? And
an
old fart. This gentleman's over 50. Bloody pulled on my hair. It took everything within me not to get up and backhand him because, well, I would have taken him out. That would have been bad. I'm in uniform, have a name badge on. That's not considered appropriate behavior from a staff member. But bloody hell, he made me so furious. I sat there and was seething for a good half an hour afterwards. And it was this jest. You'd expect that from a child, not from someone over 50.
So an old man pulled on your ponytail?
Yeah. Fucking dickwad.
Maybe he was trying to flirt with you like they do in high school.
What kind of flirting is that?
It's really
First off, inappropriate
really
because of
bad.
that massive age gap. Secondly, that's something you do as a child that gets literally smacked out of you. Please get out. It's unacceptable behavior. Really, really dumb. Fucking hell. All right, dumb cunts.
So yes.
Fuck you, old fart. Get fucked. Deep throat a fucking cactus, cunt. All right, that's out now. That's out. That's out of my system.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go.
I didn't know that we were going down trauma lane.
Well, that's kind of what might come up here because this is an article from The Art of Manliness. From a couple, Brett and Kate McKay, July 6, 2015, then it was updated again in September 25, 2021. This article goes, the surprising benefits of marrying young, and look at that, a black and white photo of a couple kissing. Very cute, very nice. Let's go through the points that they make. I don't know how many is there, but we will see. Benefits of marrying young. All right, get enough of the intro. Point number 1. I can't find it. Benefits of marrying young. Here we go. Young, they qualify as between the ages of 22 and 25. That is young. But not as young as it used to be, like 16. You and those you date will be carrying less baggage. What do they mean by that? When you get into your 30s, you're carrying more than a decade's worth of breakups, lingering feelings, and past partners, trust issues, and disappointments with you. Everyone you date has got a bunch of baggage. What do you think about that? Yes.
Yeah, it's true, but like, I mean, just don't marry the ones that don't learn from past trauma. Like the people who hold on to the baggage and the trauma, and they're still doing their own thing.
Or if you do, you just be ready that's going to be a
you're going to be carrying someone else's luggage.
And if they're worth it, if you do think that is worth it, then why not assist them in their journey with their healing, with the processing. And see, my main difference here is now on the flip side of things. Yes, of course, we all have emotions. We all have baggage. Like, even if someone has had a childhood that wasn't the best and you marry them at 22, that person still has their own type of baggage. It's life. And so I think the purpose of marriage as well is partly you're going through life holding someone else's hand. And baggage. If you help carry the load, isn't that great? If they help you carry your load, isn't that great? Isn't that a good thing? And if you learn through your decades of going through breakups, being in relationship with people, hasn't that as well, being through those trials, kind of tempered yourself, tempered your emotional regulator, I suppose? It's not pause for effect, I'm thinking. For example, I don't cry at the drop of a hat anymore, thank goodness, because I think I've tempered most of the grieving I went through. It's still there, absolutely. It's like a battle scar, but I feel that the best example for this is if you are doing something, you're playing a sport, you're working out, and you hurt yourself. You really injure yourself. That's what life does. So if you're with someone and you go, hey, I think it's cool, I can play this game with you, but just so you know, my right shoulder, like, I tore it. I'm working and rehabbing it. I still want to play, but just be wary that this is my shoulder. If you have a partner or a romantic partner who purposefully has a go at that shoulder.
Big red flags that people tend to overlook.
Yes.
They're like, no, he didn't mean it like that. He definitely did. Yeah, or she definitely. It's not just men.
Yes.
Women can be.
Amen.
Women, I think, can be even worse, I think, because I think, they really know where, like, to jab you right in the kidneys from the backside, too. Like, your back is turned to them, and the kidneys are there. Gotcha! And it'll take you down, like, fast. You think kidneys are, like, not a big deal? It'll take you down fast.
Yeah, I work at a dialysis office, I know.
Right, exactly.
I know.
Damn. No,
so
but
I think that was the example I was thinking about, how that... I think that sums it up quite well.
But also, I don't think, like, you have to have a good balance, too, because I feel like there are people searching for another good soul and to rely on to help regulate their own emotions.
Yes.
So you kind of have...
equally yoking.
Yeah, so you have to have people who understand that need help, but they cannot be the sole purpose of, you need to make me feel better. You need to help, because there are people with
yes.
trauma, and they have got their own problems, and you do need somebody to help you, but you don't want them to help you in the way that's destructive.
Like, I hurt my shoulder, I can't lift it, can you do it? And you're like, you if you work that out,
yeah,
you know what? You can wipe your own butt when you go to the toilet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I still think that marrying older is better. But you know what? What I've found is that if you don't date 500 people before you meet your husband, you tend to not have that other luggage, don't you?
Well, this might go into the second point they make here. You're more likely to marry someone with whom you're highly compatible. This is the marrying young one. A lot have put marriage off so they can shop around longer, thinking that the more they look, the better chance they'll have at finding someone who's just the right match for them. I'm thinking when you're marrying young, it seems like you already know the person, like you might have grown up with them. That's like my old husband. Grew up with them, so felt very comfortable. But if you are older and you're more aware of how you are and how you might look, your outlook could be looking for someone who's actually compatible with what you do. Like if you enjoy crocheting, if you have someone who, I don't know, what's the opposite of crocheting? Who likes to, I don't know, go boating every weekend and insistent that the partner comes with them. Maybe you should find someone who also likes fishing and boats.
No, I don't think so.
No?
You know what you could do? You can have your own interests, but you know what? You could bring your crochet on the boat. That's what I would do. Blake likes to game, and I just sit and I crochet. I'm not gaming with him. I just sit next to him.
I pick boating because I don't like boats.
Well, Yeah, I was gonna say if boating is not your jam, then you don't have to be with them every second. They could just go boating and then come home and you can spend time together. It's not healthy to spend every waking moment together, but
that seems like a different, relevant but different topic. But then how we got married? You're more likely to marry someone with whom you're highly compatible.
Well, I was thinking, like by marrying younger or older?
Younger.
Oh,
this
okay.
This is their point. But then I'm like, I think that this point is almost irrelevant because it works for both.
Oh, what do you mean?
Marrying someone with whom you're highly compatible. Like if they do it young, the reasoning behind that high compatibility is because you grew up together. But old, I think like that's the same thing because you're more aware of how you roll. You've had time to develop yourself and go, actually... Here we go. Actually, I like going to bed at 10 and don't like being woken up at night. If you have someone who has maybe a night job or they finish at some ungodly hour or they like to go out partying, but they like sleeping in bed with you and you're like, that's not going to work with me, man. Like you can do whatever you want, but if you come in bed and wake me up, I'm going to be a feral in the morning. Go to your own bed. And they're just not acceptable. That's when you go, okay, we're not compatible then.
Yeah, well, I think most of those problems are like easily solved by, this is how I operate, this is how you operate. Let's find something that works for both of us because I feel like that's easily solvable. I think what I think would be a benefit of marrying older versus younger is that when you're younger, I don't think you know how to communicate your feelings as well as you are as an older person. Like, do you know what I mean?
That depends on the individual, I think.
Yeah. So, like, what if you have two people who are immature, like in the way of communicating or saying what their needs are and trying to come to common ground without it being like a full-on what's that TV show where people just fight all the time?
Jerry Springer?
Yeah, that's it. I was like,
that's entertainment.
I'm telling you.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh no, you did. Or there could be one person who's like mature in the way of communicating. They're trying to work with the other person and they're not as,
And they're incompatible.
That's my idea of incompatibility because everything can be worked out. Everything, as long as you communicate and make a plan and figure it out.
And willing to
compromise.
And if not, then what was that? I think it reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger with his wife, and she couldn't talk to him, so they had a therapist come in, and she's like, "Did you bang the housekeeper?" Like that's all through the therapist, and Arnold's like, "Why don't talk to me?" And I'm like, "Why did you cheat?" Anyway, this one I don't know about. It has a link actually. Argument for marrying young. You have more sex even years after you marry. Yet surprisingly enough, research has actually shown that married men have more and better sex with their single peers. I think that's just getting to know each other. IU Bloomington. What does that mean? National Survey of Sexual Health and Behavior. Largest nationally representative, probably understanding sex in the USA. So I have to go Indiana University. So that's what this link is. From Indiana University.
The way you said it, that reminds me of the Kay and Peele skit. You know, when the football players introduce themselves. Georgia State University. You know, Kay and Peele.
I can't remember that skit.
I'll have to show you it then.
It's okay. You can watch.
I like them and they're funny.
Yeah. Yes, they are funny. But I think you're more fans of them than I. Back to this. You'll have more sex. I think it's just because you're younger and you have energy. Can't be asked nowadays. I'm 3,603 years old. Can't be asked. I'm too tired. Anything you want to add to that?
No.
Okay. Another point they make is you're more likely to describe your marriage as happy.
When you marry younger?
Yes. Researchers speculate the reason marital satisfaction declines after the age of 25 is that spouses that get married often feel like they're settling with a less than ideal marriage partner. The answer's right there. I'm going to marry whoever. Did you see if you're compatible? Did you see if you were both on the same, goals and that? Not you just, get this person and deal with it.
Don't marry. Don't marry.
Next point here is you grow together. That one I do agree. If you're young, you get to grow. But again, as you've pointed out, you have to make sure that you communicate well, you may compromise. But then if you're young and a bit scatterbrain, as I was, sometimes am, you got the blind leading the blind sometimes. Anything you want to add to that? You're growing together?
Growing together. Yeah. I guess you could say that you could grow together. But what if you grow and like you both grow and you realize that that person is not, like, the values that you hold are different, like, than you were when you were younger. Like when you're
when you divorce. Don't mess around, get out of it. Move on.
So,
and it's okay to get divorced. It's okay.
So I would say that would be a downside to marrying young then.
I could go on with something else, but that would be completely off topic because we're talking about marrying young versus marrying old. Now listen to this. This one I'm going, again, either or, because the other point they have here is you'll have an easier time navigating your 20s and can be more successful in reaching your professional and academic goals.
But by marrying young?
Yes.
How?
I think it's teamwork. Your 20s can be a difficult time. You're balancing school and work, trying to get your finances in shape while trying to get a handle on your new adult responsibilities and having figured out and launching your career. Having someone by your side through this is an immense help. That's the big thing there. I think, at least from a banking perspective, and the next point actually is your financial picture may improve, is if you do have the same goals, if you are, really aligned with what you're looking for in your marriage, then yeah, that works out great. Like when you're young, both making money, the bank loves that. What was the code for that? It's like your...
DINK. Dual income, no kids.
Yes, dual income, no kids. That looks beautiful to a bank. If you're both on board with that, great. Yes, if you're both on board with similar things, yes, that's great. Again, this is just compatibility. So after the first point, the rest of it is like, well, this is where the individuals and the couples have to figure that crap out. So that was the first thing, 2 points, kind of, now we're getting to the nitty gritty of it. Oh, anything you wish to add to that one?
Not really, because no, not really, no.
Yeah. The next point, you'll have an easier time having kids, increasing their chances of being healthy and better able to keep up with them. That's just genetic. That's just what biology. Of course it makes sense. If you have a kid at 16, guess what? Your body bounces right back. Older? Ooh, well, I think Kim Kardashian had her last two kids at 40 and 41. Mm-hmm. Kendall and Kylie.
Kendall and Kylie are the daughters of Kim Kardashian?
Oh, excuse me, not Kim. What's the mom's name?
Oh, Kris.
Thank you.
I was like, Kim. I said,
you're right, yeah.
Girl, did you give birth to me?
Whoopsies, I'm confused. I all start with K. You're confusing me. Ugh. So, Kris
Jenner.
Older. Now, let's look at the facts, though. She is in a very different income bracket to the rest of the plebs here. So she probably had a lot of support, kept herself healthy in that. Older. And technology, medical technology has advanced where it's probably a bit safer, but still, your body doesn't bounce back. And when you're older, such as myself, less energy to chase around small children, small energy balls that require attention, love, and cleaning up and food and blah, 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 blah. Anything you want to add to ease your time having kids?
No, I don't really have much to say about that because, our mom had us at like 35. Do you know what I mean? Mm. So, like, it's not impossible. It just gets a little bit harder. But then also that goes into a different area of my own beliefs that I'm not willing to go into. But,
You little tease.
Oh, you little tease. Yeah. If you don't want to go into conspiracy theories, yes. And the Bible, yes. But no. Otherwise, no. Nope. It's not. I can see the. No.
Who's the one who the angels visited? And they're like, you're going to have a baby.
Elizabeth. That was the
Old
mother.
Testament?
Yes. Yes.
The one who maybe got sacrificed but then didn't because they were like, psych!
Yes, so that's the... Okay, so... Oh, that's Abraham's wife.
There we go. What's her name?
I actually don't remember. So there's Abraham's wife. Then there's Elizabeth, who is the mother of John the Baptist, who's the cousin of Jesus. And then there was Mary. These are all miracles. But yes, that's a completely different area. I'm not...
Don't tease us with this.
No.
God.
So, no, I don't have any input on that.
Now, what they finish up with here. So, are you saying everyone should get married young? And with all those points, really it seems like their answer would be yes. And they say, while marrying young can impart all the benefits outlined above, I'm not arguing that getting married younger is always better than married when you're older. Nor am I saying that if you're single, you can stay single, nor am I saying that if you're single and young, you need to rush out and put a finger of some person.
A finger?
Put a ring on the finger.
Okay, yeah.
Put a finger on the ring. Go out, slice off someone's finger and go, I love you. I decapitate.
Oh, excuse me.
I assaulted someone for you. Be with me. Dear, this really nuts it out. The most important factor in happy marriage is not age, but choosing the right person.
Correct.
Well, then why not make a bloody article about that?
Correct.
How?
It's clickbait.
Incredibly suggestive.
Clickbait.
Advertising. Ah!
I think it should be more to the reasoning of finding a good person
who's compatible with you.
And I don't think this is the right hook size.
What?
This is not the right hook size.
Okay.
It says size 8, but it's always loose. Never mind. Sorry, I'm just having a whinge because this is not right. No, I do think that it hinges more on finding the right person. So if you have a person, I think the base morals matter more. So someone who's honest and willing to better themselves, someone who's actually willing to improve themselves, whether you're old or young, I think you can't really go wrong. You're I don't want to say 14 because that I don't condone that young.
Juliet.
It's kids making stupid choices, man. Yo.
Kids ending their lives. Oh.
And this is a romance story. Far out. Anyways.
It was cool back in the day. Marrying 13, 14.
That's right. But see, so that's the thing. Okay, another thing. The young mind of a child. How do you trust yourself to make good decisions when in 2009 I was in high school reading Twilight and I thought that Bella and Edward's romance was the whirlwind of...
it was relationship goals. Is that what
it was
saying?
Relationship goals. I wanted to have a man to ride or die for, and
who sparkled in the sunlight.
And then, as an adult, I can barely finish the first book because I'm thinking,
ew.
She needs to go to therapy. She needs to stop chasing down a silver penile.
Sparkly penile.
And go get some help.
To impress a chick. Helicopter dick. Helicopter dick. Anyway.
Yeah. So, I think it's also, when you're younger, I don't think you're able to see the signs of bad behavior that needs to be corrected. And that's another thing is being able to have the confidence and the ability to tactfully, which is not always easy, correct people that you love. And if they're not open for correction, or if you yourself are not open to correction, you need to do some work on yourself. So,
the development of the self.
Yeah.
Development.
Because if you have two people who are broken, who are, or trying to fill a void by using someone else, then you're just abusing two people. Two people are abusing each other. That's what you get.
There we go. Ego development describes the evolution of how individuals make meaning, construct identity, and understand themselves around the world, progressing through increasingly complex stages beyond the basic self-awareness. And that comes with time. That comes with tempering of your emotions, interacting with other people, learning things. Yes, so marrying young, good. Marrying old, good. Not marrying at all, good too. It's okay.
You don't have to marry anyone.
Yes. You don't have to marry young. And you don't have to marry old.
And you can divorce.
Yes.
But I have my own opinion on what stipulates for divorce.
And that's for another episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Wait, will you?